Hi, good afternoon everyone. My name is Kay, and today I'm happy enough to be here to introduce to you My Leadership 2.0. Okay. The problem that we saw today is that in Malaysia, our youth and our individual is not competitive enough in this global marketplace. And why is this happening? Is that we have limitation of gaining knowledge, technology skills, languages skills. In order to solve this problem, My Leadership 2.0 is here to help you to improve and to build a better individual. So what we do is that My Leadership 2.0 is an organization that runs by 20 scholars from Global Undergraduate Exchange Program. Okay, what we do is that we connect the community with knowledges. So our target market will be the youth aged from 16 to 18 or 19, 16 to 19. And okay, what we do is that me and my teammate, we are applying some funding from a few organizations, which is the Microsoft Youth Innovation, World Learning, and Peace Corps. And by this funding, we will bring it to the youth and provide them with sufficient skill training. So how we work is that imagine a triangle. The organization, which is the money, okay, our funding, and our youth, which is our human source, our capital. And how we connect them is that we, as a middle person, we connect them by providing them skills training. So you might be seeing the connection between us with the organization, okay, and our connection with the youth. And what is the connection between the youth and the organization? What this benefits the organization in order for them to fund us for this training. So what it happens is that we will ensure that this youth that is well trained with the skills that will help the organization in future by giving them voluntary work, by providing them let's say, free unpaid internship. This is the benefit. So the business model that we are using is called sustainable business model, which everything happens organically. And for our mission is to provide training and combining resources. There is no excuse as we have limited resources. Our advantage, what makes us different from the other companies, is that we have the human connection. As a scholars of Global Undergraduate Exchange Program, we have the connection with the US, which means that one of our scholars might have connection with the lecturer in University of American University, and we can bring that lecturer back to Malaysia. And so everything happens simultaneously with the help of technology. This is our main idea. So our mission is to provide skillful training with the help of technology to increase the human capital in order for our youth to be sustained in this global market. Thank you very much.
I think it's a great idea, and I think I encourage you, and you're already doing some things. I read a little bit about it also, and so one of the things I think on your pitch, you still haven't. You talked about training, but you could be more specific in terms of how you're going to offer it and some strategies, because you've gone from. I mean, in the document, you go from everything from, offering a social network, or let's call it a professional network, to a content management system, and those are our learning management system, right? Isn't that what? Did you talk about that in there? I thought so. So you're a little over the board. So it'd be good to sort of talk through, because I think you're really, your value proposition in terms of making the youth competitive, that's a real winner, and that's why you're able to get the focus, the knowledge that you bring, because you've got these scholars that are here. So what are you going to be? So I'd like to see more on what kind of training that you're going to offer and how you're going to do that.
the training that we would offer is that for technology-wise, we realize that when we are looking for jobs, for you, for fresh grad, the skills that they require is like for web design, or a little bit knowledge about HTML, or even your creative writing in blogging, and all this that will increase your online presence, will give us a very advantage in the present of to be present online and to sustain in the global marketplace.
Can I go second? Yeah. All right. Okay. How do you call him? Ken.
Yeah, Kay.
Kay. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. First, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's yeah, good idea actually. Because right now, many people, even there are a lot of online we call it online learning platform that has coming out and providing various kind of online training to the people, especially targeting the young generations. But I mean, yeah, I try to find out. I mean, your proposal is quite brief, because basically the platform is good, but I mean, in terms of providing this training opportunities, you have to understand what are the programs, or what are the content of the training actually, because you mentioned it is a leadership, but at the same time you talk about skill training or technology training. So actually, what are the topics or the areas of training that you are looking into to implement in this platform?
Basically, for My Leadership 2.0, we are mainly focused on the individual, because we think this is more relevant and is more effective. And the training that we will provide is basically 5 processes. So is to build a better individual that contribute to a better family, and a better family that build a better community, we contribute to the country to build a better world. This is our aim. So by this, we'll design a training process which we will basically tell them about, to train them about, polish them about language skill. Let's say we as a Malaysian, we stand out as we know a lot of languages. Maybe one more in your pocket would be good enough. And of course, web design. A simple web design, a blog for yourself is good enough for you to express your strength. So these are the training that we would like to provide them. And for our program, we think that the best time is after the youth finish their SPM, which is one of the major examination in Malaysia. They have a few months where they have nothing to do when they are deciding what to do in the future. That is the best time where we target and gather all of them together to brainstorm them in order for them to have a better perspective of what they want to do in the future.
Okay, that's good. And then, yeah, I mean, when you want to implement this, I mean, you have outlined or given a few topics that, yeah, is quite relevant to them, to that group of people. But in terms of implementing, you also have to think about, yeah, how to attract these people, because I think in nature in Malaysia, the connectivity is one of the major issues. I mean, in urban areas, not a problem, but in the rural areas, internet connection is still, yeah, I mean, the government is still trying to their level best to provide the infrastructure. So you have to work along that development as well, because yeah, we are not as fully developed as in America. So in terms of implementing strategy, you have to use it, and you have to use you have to think along that line. And at the same time, how you want to promote this your My Leadership 2.0, so that you can get a lot bigger pool of people to participate in this. And then, yeah, at the same time, the cost actually. So because this is a business model, so you have to think of the cost that you may charge to these people, because this young generation, previously I used to develop some of my ideas to try to develop a website for the teenage, but it doesn't take off, because when we go out in business implementation in detail, we think in Malaysia the purchasing power, I mean the spending power of the teenage is still low compared with the in developed countries like America. They don't have enough money to spend online, and then they still depend on the parents to give their pocket money. So yeah, you have to think of that. Tailor the cost along that. The money or the financial resources of the young generation. So other than that, yeah, develop it further, and then yeah.
I appreciate your advice. I would like to ask, because we figure out this problem during our process of discussion as well. I'm just wondering, because our scholar, we are from different part of Malaysia, like Ipoh, Sandakan, everywhere. We have an idea of creating this My Leadership bus, which go into the rural area, and then yes, and then yeah, that's what we do. And we maybe if they don't have internet, we'll record whatever lecture that we have and bring it to them. That's the way we try to make full use of the resources.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. I mean, you make a mobile you call internet, and then that's the way you want to promote it to different parts of
I
the
think that's fair enough for everyone to have equality in
excellent.
everything.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Last one.
I'll be brief.
problem.
I mean, I like the idea of the bus as well. Generally, I agree with what has been said. I mean, to me, it sort of reminded me of a skeleton. You kind of have the skeleton, and now you need to put meat on the skeleton to make a whole person. And I think you need to work on the meat of to finish it. And the bus is actually exactly that part. It's the muscle that you want. And it's the other thing that I would just urge you to also look at what's already out there. If you can, I don't know about Malaysia, so but at least in the US and Western Europe, you have courses like Coursera and these new, they're actually free online courses, or even paid education. It's online education is a big business now. So in order for you to you have to consider whether you want, and I wasn't actually clear on that, whether this is a for-profit business or it's a non-profit business. And obviously that determines which way you go and how you go market it.
Like what I mentioned earlier, is a non-profit organization, but we are starting small, which is a 20 people organization. But we don't think we'll end up small as well. We are trying to end big as well. Maybe not ending as well. For your question about the meat and all, I think it takes us some time to figure out as well. And I really appreciate your comments. Thank you so much.